Laws of Life. This is a short course titled Laws of Life, taken from the book Educational Programs by Muteb Alqarni. We will discuss 28 laws, such as the 7 Hermetic laws and the 12 laws of manifestation, including the law of attraction, gestation, and vibration, etc. Although some may not believe in these laws, I present them here for the benefit of knowledge, believing that their benefit outweighs their harm as they regulate life with fixed rules and control its paths with strict guidelines. And since some benefit from spiritual healing, despite it lacking empirical support, I believe that some will benefit from these laws even though they lack empirical support as well. Our aim from this course is to understand the foundations of these laws and the feasibility of their applications in our lives, or at least to raise our awareness of them as engines for this vast universe. So let's delve into the details. Let's start with the law of mentalism, which states that everything is mind, meaning that everything in existence is created by our minds and thoughts. Our thoughts created this universe, and it might not exist without them. Close your eyes, and the universe disappears. Open them, and it reappears. Existence is determined in the blink of an eye. Be and it is. This law confirms the philosopher René Descartes' statement, "I think, therefore I am," making thoughts the basis of existence. What do you gain from this law? You gain something important, which is that your current life, misery, and suffering are because of your thoughts. The solution: change your thoughts, your reality changes. Change your perspective on things, the entire world changes, including creatures and inanimate objects. Look at things positively, and everything will look positive. From the womb of the law of mentalism arises the law of oneness, which asserts that everything in this universe is from one source. Since the source of the universe is the mind, and the producer and creator of the universe are one, this means that the beginning of the universe is one, and this means that everything in it is interconnected. The universe is connected to you, and its energies interact with your energies in some way. In other words, there is nothing strange in the universe, nothing strange that the mind has not brought forth. The principle of oneness teaches you an important lesson, which is to appreciate this single origin, to appreciate humans, animals, plants, and inanimate objects, all of which originate from one source, interacting with you in various ways. This law suggests that you be a humble person connected to the universe, not detached from it. Building on the idea that the universe is from one source and that everything in it is interconnected and that your energies interact with its energies, comes the law of gender, which states that everything in the universe consists of two energies, masculine energy and feminine energy. And these two energies mate to produce other energies. So everything in the universe is either male and female, or at least masculine and feminine energy. In light of this law, we find males and females in humans, animals, and even plants, consider palm pollination, male and female, and even in inanimate objects. For example, gentle music, resembling the softness of women's voices, is feminine in its nature. This law teaches you not to favor your gender, but to love the opposite gender and not seek to exclude it, as everything in the universe is necessary for its existence. Since the principle of gender states that the universe is composed of masculine and feminine energies, the union of these two energies produces opposites and contrasts. This is affirmed by the law of polarity, as everything is polarized, meaning opposites. These mated energies cross-fertilize and produce opposite poles in the universe. They produce positive and negative poles, male and female genders. They also produce the duality of good and evil, profit and loss, light and darkness, action and reaction, etc. This law teaches us to appreciate the individuals who differ from us and oppose us, as they are opposite poles created by the universe for us. It teaches us not to impose our opinions and not to be angry when others reject us, for we are opposed to them despite ourselves. It teaches us that diversity is the law of the universe. Since good and evil, light and darkness, male and female are born from masculine and feminine energies in the universe, this means that there is no absolute good or absolute evil. This is affirmed by the law of relativity, as everything is relative. In every evil, we find a proportion of good, and in every good, we find a proportion of evil. Likewise, you are not male or female at all. Rather, you are a composition of male and female, as in you there are masculine hormones to some extent from your father, and feminine hormones to some extent from your mother. So you are chromosomes and genes of male, XY, and female, XX. This law teaches us that in every calamity, there is a certain proportion of good that we need to find. That calamity is necessarily the result of the union of good and evil, so there must be good in it. Don't believe in all evil or all good. Since paired energies produce poles, and since poles contain certain proportions of each energy, this means that the universe is charged with diverse and conflicting energies, including positive and negative energy. Hence arises the law of rhythm, to affirm that stability does not exist in the universe, for the universe is built on a struggle of energies. The reason for the fluctuations of life is that there is a conflict in the universe between good and evil, light and darkness, love and hate, etc. The law of rhythm teaches you to accept the fluctuations and struggles of life. It teaches you to expect an impending calamity, and likewise, expect a coming happy experience, for there is no discordant note. If you always expect evil, stop and do not exclude good, for good is also coming. There is no stability in one state. But what confirms that human life will not be stable, but fluctuating? The law of vibration, which is a law that states that everything in the universe moves. It is a law based on the idea of the Big Bang, for the universe is energy. And since the universe exploded, and since its bodies and energies are still expanding, this means that its energies are still moving. And since everything moves, you will be affected by some of these energies, whether it is the energy of good, manifested in victory and profit, or the energy of evil, manifested in defeat and loss. Everything in the universe moves, and see the movement of the planets. You are, in fact, traveling on the back of a traveling planet. Do you see negative people in your life? They are also moving energies revolving around you. It is a law that teaches you to pay attention to the quality of the energies surrounding you. Since the energies of the universe are constantly in motion, and since we generate both good and evil and release them into the universe, and since these energies collide, they influence each other. This is what the law of cause and effect tells us, that everything has a cause. So if you feel negativity, the cause is a negative energy that collided with you, or was directed towards you and affected you. Everything has a cause. The energy that affected you could be a calamity, a hurtful word, or some sort of curse. This law teaches you to believe in causality because everything in life is energy causing something. It also warns you not to be a negative energy itself that affects and is affected. The law of cause and effect teaches you that these calamities and conflicts you go through are just energies manifested in the form of a cause and a causer. Since these wars and conflicts are negative energies striking each other, an insulting word is a negative energy and may ignite a war, the law of acceptance, or law of non-resistance, advises and warns you that resistance itself is negative energy. So, the best way to avoid wars and conflicts is to accept this cosmic conflict as conflicting energies and not resist them or contribute to them in any way. The law of non-resistance teaches you not to contribute to the release of negative energy resisting other negative energies because this generates conflict and ignites war. It teaches you to ignore the fools. It teaches you that responding to insults with insults only generates further conflict. It teaches you to accept both good and evil and to release alternative positive energy. But why does it advise that? Because this is what the law of karma dictates, the most famous law of life, which says, "What you send out comes back to you. So choose what you send." The law of karma confirms that every negative energy you send will come back to you. But how? When you release a negative energy and another person releases negative energy and a third releases negative energy, you must be struck by one of these sent energies. And it could be your own energy that you sent. You send negative energy into the universe, and it is possible that you will be struck by it because the energy you send is not far from your surroundings. It came out of you and is close to you, so it revolves around you. That's why karma advises sending positive energy, because that energy will surround you and will eventually strike you. This law teaches you to do good, because good will surely come back to you. From the law of karma, which states that nothing happens to you unless you sent it before, whether good or bad, emerged the law of synchronicity to state that there are no coincidences in this life. So, when you encounter a calamity, it's not a coincidence, but a meaningful non-coincidence event. In short, calamity is not a coincidence, but a message, a symbol, a sign, or a verse, indicating that you sent calamity from the beginning. The energies you release into the universe, whether encouraging words, discouraging words, acts of kindness, or harm, do not stray far from your living environment. So when you are struck by them, it's not a coincidence. If you surround yourself with some energy, you will inevitably collide with it someday. But how do you recognize the types of energies surrounding you? Through the law of reflection, which states that everything you see around you is a reflection of yourself. Do you see bad people around you? They are your mirror and represent you. You are also a bad person. They are a reflection of yourself. The companion pulls. Do you see good people? It's a message that you are doing good. The law of reflection teaches you to reflect on those around you and reflect back on yourself, so you see what energies you embody in your environment. Are you suffering from problems? Ask yourself, have you caused problems for others? Think carefully and don't rush to absolve yourself, because not everything is a coincidence but a message for reflection. When you realize that all the problems and bad people around you are just a reflection of your true self and the energies you send, you will realize a new cosmic law, the law of responsibility, which holds you responsible for what happens to you. So don't blame the universe too much, because what you do will come back to you, and what you create you will see. Like attracts like. This law teaches you not to rely on throwing responsibilities onto the universe and fate, but to take responsibility for the matter. Review yourself. When you encounter a calamity, do you curse fate and forget Allah's saying, "Whoever does evil will be recompensed for it"? When you feel unhappy, do you blame life and not save yourself with new energies? The law of responsibility confirms that no one will save you but yourself. This is your responsibility. When a person realizes that they are responsible for everything that happens to them, they will decide to take responsibility and start doing something to change the circumstances they are living in. And this is what the law of action requires, which states the necessity of taking action to change life. Real change doesn't happen unless you take serious action and take responsibility to get yourself out of where you are. Ask yourself, are you doing good deeds to change what's around you? Do you take the initiative to stop these negative energies by releasing alternative positive energies into the universe? Your current life requires a personal, responsible decision, because change won't happen in life unless we recognize that we are responsible for what surrounds us, and unless we feel that we are capable of doing something or making a change in our reality. Yes, do something. Since change starts with action, and since you have to take action, the least action you can take is intention. This is what the law of intention says, indicating that intention creates reality. It is a law derived from the law of mentality, which states that everything we see in the universe is a result of what we think. The law of intention teaches us to intend only good, because intention is enough. It teaches us to intend goodwill towards others, and to intend to make a positive impact on their lives. Ask yourself, do you have this intention? Can you intend good? Your inability to intend to do good is enough evidence that you won't do good, because you can't intellectually intend good from the start, and therefore you don't deserve good. Whoever cannot intend good will not see good, and you will be provided for according to your intentions. After activating the intention of goodwill, you must realize that there is no benefit from intention without belief. This is what the law of belief claims, for absolute faith in something is what creates reality. When you firmly believe that the intention of goodwill will bring good, you will always act upon it, believing in its validity and its impact on you. And so it is in everything, for belief in something is necessary for initiative and action. Ask yourself, do you intend to do good, believing that doing good will change your life and surround you with absolute positive energy in the universe? Do you believe such statements? Do you believe that doing good will bring good? If you do not believe that, you will be like someone who prays, but at the same time does not believe in God. You must believe firmly that doing good is the best way to live life. You might promise that you intend to do good, you do good deeds, and you firmly believe that doing good is the best way to live life, but your psyche is always inclined towards evil. What is the solution? Here, the importance of the law of transmutation emerges, which states that any moving energy can be transformed into opposite energy. In other words, transform your negative energies. If you feel anger, which is negative energy, turn that anger into anger at not doing good to people. And if you have anxiety, fear, and sadness, which are also negative energies, you can transform them into anxiety, sadness, and fear that your life will pass without experiencing the intention of goodwill and doing good to people. In short, transform your negative energies into directed positive energies. When you intend to do good, firmly believe that doing good is not a loss but has returns. And when you do the same good, and when you transform and convert all the evils within you into good intentions, a state of alignment will occur. This is affirmed by the law of correspondence, which states that your outer world corresponds to your inner world. In other words, the entire universe will become good in your eyes and will correspond to the goodness within you. Since the universe is a creation of the mind, thoughts, intentions, and beliefs, you will see the universe full of goodness. The universe will become your own creation. Therefore, creating the world is simple. You start with an idea, then an intention, then a firm belief, then action, and you will see the universe completely changed into a universe filled with goodness. All of the above can be summarized in the overarching cosmic law, the law of attraction, which states that what you think about and focus on, you attract to yourself. Do you always think about and focus on goodness? Then, goodness will be attracted into your life. Do you always think about and focus on evil? Then, evil will be attracted into your life. This law is mentioned in the Quran. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. Ask yourself, what do you intend? What do you always think about and focus on? The idea of attraction does not mean that you attract positive energies from the universe to yourself, but it means that you surround yourself with positive energies that you send out, so they collide with you again and you see them before you as if you attracted them. The important question remains, what helps you to adhere to the law of attraction, the intention of goodwill, and doing good? Several other cosmic laws come into play, such as the law of abundance, which states that the universe is abundant with plentiful goodness, abundant positivity, abundant happy energy, and much more. There is no scarcity or shortage of cosmic goodness. Believing in the law of abundance, that there is abundant goodness in the universe, prompts you to do more good, for the universe will give you more goodness since it has a lot. Do you feel that the world is evil? Stop that and feel that doing good will attract to you more money, health, happiness, opportunities, jobs, etc. When you start to sense that, you begin to be optimistic that doing good is indeed the best way to live life. When you believe that there are many blessings in this world, it is incumbent upon you to express gratitude for these blessings. This is what the law of gratitude entails, which states that the best way to attract goodness is to express gratitude for it. When you express gratitude for blessings, you think about and focus on them more, which means you attract more and more blessings. As Allah says, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor." Ask yourself, do you thank God because the universe is full of blessings? Do you thank God when you intend goodness? Do you thank God for a job, a degree, a promotion, wealth, friendship, family, health, and other blessings? Try gratitude, for blessings are abundant, and the universe is filled with them. Just focus on them, and you will attract them. And when we say focus on them, we mean think about them a lot, as the problem lies in your feeling of scarcity, of blessings. But what if you intend goodwill, do good deeds, and firmly believe that doing good and spreading it among people is the best way to live life, and you become grateful, yet you do not see goodness in your life? Here, the law of compensation intervenes for you to help you understand that everything has compensation. If you do not find the exact copy of your goodness, you will find compensation for it in goodness. Do you make others happy? Then it is expected that the universe will grant you happiness. Do you compliment others with words of praise? Then it is expected that the universe will grant you praise that comes from people's tongues. But what if you do not gain happiness and praise? The law of compensation confirms that there is another compensation that will come to you. The universe is charged with various blessings, so a giving may come to you, and it may be of a different kind. When When you firmly believe in the law of compensation and that every good you do, either you will find its equivalent or you will find compensation for it in goodness, you will not insist on a specific good, but you will thank all goodness and learn a new cosmic law, the law of detachment, which means to thank God for His blessings, to be content, to detach from what you request, and not to insist on it. The energy of the universe may not bring it to you. This is the idea of destiny itself. This universe, with its explosion, distributed its energies among people, so it gave happiness to this one, satisfaction to that one, money to another, a job, etc. All you have to do is accept what the universe has given you, and not hold on to something else. Ask yourself, are you attached to something you want to happen? Try letting go of it and not expecting it, for the universe is full of other diverse blessings. Something better might come. When you learn the law of detachment, you will automatically learn its second aspect, which is the law of non-attachment. If the law of detachment states that you should not wait for the blessings you desire, then the law of non-attachment states that you should not become attached to the blessings you have. You must offer the blessings you have received and give them to others, not hoard them for yourself. Intend good, believe in good, and do good. In doing so, you attract good to yourself. If good comes to you, do not keep it for yourself. Instead, share it with others. This is the firm belief in the abundance of blessings in the universe. Ask yourself, do you have blessings that you fear losing and become attached to? Do not become attached to them or worry about them. Share them with others, and other blessings will come to you. The universe's blessings are plentiful and diverse. When you learn the law of detachment, it will teach you to detach from the future and you will become hopeful. And when you learn the law of non-attachment, it will teach you not to cling to the present and you will become content. Both will teach you the law of forgiveness and the law of patience, meaning forgiving others and enduring their harm, forgiving the universe and enduring its harm. When you resist the universe and refuse its harm, you have not yet understood the law of relativity, which states that in every evil there is good. And when you resist the universe and do not forgive it or endure it, you will collide with its negative energy because you have not understood the law of non-resistance. And when you do not release positive energies into the universe, you have not understood the law of faith, which is faith in the law of karma and the law of attraction. Why are the laws of forgiveness and patience important for keeping pace with life? In short, because the winds do not always blow in the direction the ships desire. Troubles come, and evil is an energy in the universe that cannot be eradicated, but it is enough for us to understand these energies and live with them, and to realize that everything is made by our thoughts and the way we look at it. This is confirmed by the law of flow. The law of flow confirms that the universe flows and expands with its energies, and all you have to do is flow with its wave and movement and not resist it. That is, do not resist the cosmic wave and stand in its way. Do not collide with destiny and events, and do not object to them. Intend good, do good, wait for good, expect compensation, and believe in destiny, both its good and bad, its benefit and harm. This is the law of flow. When you flow with the wave of the universe and do not collide with it, it means that you believe that life does not change overnight and the universe does not alter in a second. This is confirmed by the law of gestation, for every seed of good requires time to become a tree, and every seed of good requires time to become a great good. there is a necessary incubation period and gestation period before the birth of blessings. Life is pregnant, and the pregnant do not give birth overnight. This law teaches you to be patient and wait for the blessings of the universe, for they may take time. If God does not grant you victory today, He will grant it tomorrow. And what you do now with the intention of good is a seed and the beginning of a gestation that will one day give birth to great good. Do you do good and rush for a response? Consider it as if it were your pregnant wife. Would you demand her to give birth to a child in 4 months? When you believe in the law of gestation, you will believe that everything is temporary. Here, you will learn the law of divine timing, where everything will come in its time. In other words, good will happen to the right person, at the right time, in the right place, and under the right circumstances. The universe explodes and moves slowly, and every event will occur in its time. Think of it as a meteor. A meteor is a large celestial body traveling from distant places, and it will collide someday, even if it takes a long time, with a planet at the right time. It must collide with a planet. Think of good in the same way. It comes from a distant place and will collide with you at the right time. This law teaches us to be optimistic about the arrival of good and to expect it in the future. Finally, we come to the conclusion of the Laws of Life course. In this course, we learned that doing good is the best way to live life. We learned the importance of intending good, believing in good, doing good, and waiting for good, for the blessings of the universe are plentiful and diverse. We learned that life is built on an idea revolving in our minds, for whoever controls their thoughts controls their life, and whoever controls their life controls the universe. We learned that every person is responsible for the course of their life, the importance of action and belief, the value of detachment and non-attachment, and the benefits of patience and forgiveness. We learned that God has a specific timing for bringing things to us, and that good comes from distant places and will one day intercept our path. We learned a profound wisdom that one who does good will never lose. This is the law of life. This course, Laws of Life, is taken from the book Educational Programs by Muteb Alqarni.